addressing the 10,000-ton elephant in the room. Starfield, you did me dirty. As many of you may know, if you caught last episode, my dearly beloved Sam has passed on way too early in our relationship. Also, before I forget, welcome back everyone for good vibes and video games. Ooh, now that that's out of the way, I am very excited to jump back in, continue on with the main story, and avenge my dude. You know what will also make me feel so much better? Sharing something super cool with you guys. Thank you so much, BenQ, for sending me their newest gaming projector, the X500i. Having a projector has completely changed the way I enjoy all of my entertainment, and the timing couldn't have been better considering my only TV was shattered during my recent move, so BenQ literally came in clutch. Taking it out of the box was an absolute breeze because there was almost no assembly beyond taking out the batteries, putting them in the remotes, and installing the Android TV stick. It also boasts a more compact and convenient size compared to their bulkier X3000i, which is another one of their gaming projectors that I also own. This projector comes with a native Netflix app, which was a huge relief because my other projector unfortunately did not include that. So now I can finally catch up on my favorite reality series, The Great British Bake Show. If you're like me and you have a funky angled wall in your room, you'll be happy to know that there's a simple way to adjust the picture to perfection with their Keystone feature. But this projector allows up to 100 inches of pure immersion. It has an extremely low 4 millisecond input lag for a seamless gaming experience. The high contrast level and 2200 lumens allows you to enjoy gaming regardless of ambient light, which is perfect for me because I have so many windows and natural light coming into my home at all times. The auto game mode immediately detects any devices upon being connected and optimizes audio, visual, and latency settings. This projector allows me to seamlessly swing around New York all day as both of my favorite Spider-Men, shout out to Miles and Peter. Thank you so much, BenQ, for sending me yet another superb projector that I will also use every single day. Trust me, once you go gaming projector, it's really hard to go back. If you guys are also interested in joining me in that gaming projector life, check out the BenQ link down below in the description. Now back to the video. So thank you guys for clicking on this video. I'm sorry about what happened last time. Okay, I didn't plan for it. I didn't really see it coming. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump back in and play some Starfield. Oh god, too soon. Why did you have to start me off here even though this is definitely where I left off and quick saved last time? If you guys don't know, this is a storage container of all of Sam's belongings. And this game just keeps ripping open the wound. What's up, Sarah? I guess it's just you and me now. Wait, I want to go get Andreja. Andreja? Where are you? Love me. Oh, there you are, thank goodness.
Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to be expected. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances.
You could say that again.
You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation.
No.
Are you enjoying working with them?
You picked an awful time to ask me that question. I'm starting to think I should have kept my day job.
You would prefer mining to this? It must be far more exciting than I have been led to believe. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Abso-freaking-lutely. If it wasn't for you, I think I would have lost my sanity by now. Actually, wait, too late. Back to my day job, though. 100%, 10 out of 10 will go back and hit rocks again. Fitting in is so overrated. Being unique, that's the way to go.
Perhaps, but it is still important to me. I feel as though I am often looking in at the rest of the group.
Welcome to my world.
I do not like this feeling.
None of us like this
I
feeling.
would like to feel that I am a valued member of the organization, but I am concerned that I am off-putting, or my actions have alienated me. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
Same. Oh my gosh, actually, this is really interesting. This brings up a really interesting thought. This is a social experiment slash, I'm sure there's maybe there's a statistic on this. If there's not, I would love to run the study myself. I would love to do a poll or like, a completely random sample. Like, I don't want it to be a convenient sample because like bias, and then we can go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, I would love to know the amount of people that also understand this feeling of being on the outside looking in. I know from personal experience, for as long as I can remember, I have always felt that way about myself compared to the rest of the group. Never really being popular growing up in grade school. Like, I always felt like that, but I don't know really when I still feel like that, but I take that feeling now and I use it to my advantage, and I accept that I'm different and unique, and I accept that that is also the most beautiful thing about who I am as a person. Being cool, fitting in, totally overrated. I'm sure you did what you had to do.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me.
Really?
I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Honestly, though, I would love to know down below in the comments, like, if you feel like you've ever felt that way in your life, I would love to know, because I'm telling you right now, just when it comes to me, you are not alone. And I have talked to a lot of people. I've heard a lot of personal anecdotes about this situation. You would probably be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be. But I can tell you, I have talked to a lot of people about this in the past because I love these deep dive personal conversations. Learning through people's experiences teaches me a lot about like the world and like myself. So many people at some point in their life have felt that way. Yeah, we're getting back on the horse right now. We're flirting. Trust me, you have a lot going for you.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going.
Thanks.
I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Sometimes it can take a lifetime to find the people that truly lift you up. I've always been a loner myself.
And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well.
I'm enjoying myself.
Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
Aww. It was clearly important to you that I not say anything.
Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
More than you know. Okay. Oh, do my eyes deceive me? Another whole sandwich?
Could we talk?
I thought we just spoke.
All those credits. And you just handed
Oh
them to the
my,
Crimson Fleet.
again with this? You're gonna judge me for this too? Okay, last time I got judged by Sam, might I add, he died right afterwards, so like, don't do that. It's bad luck. Do not judge me. I'm gonna stick to what I said before. It was more fun this way, okay?
Your idea of fun
Yes.
is to perpetuate chaos and violence?
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And did I say yes? Yes. What can I say? I find chaos entertaining and sometimes profitable.
I'm sure that no one who echoed such sentiments ever came to regret them in time. I will be sure and remind you of this moment when we are inevitably attacked by the Crimson Fleet in the
Actually
future.
not,
All
no.
those credits. And you just handed them over to the Crimson Fleet.
Okay, ma'am, I would like to let you know that I earned 250,000 credits from that whole endeavor, so I regret nothing. Most importantly, too, becoming friends with the Crimson Fleet helped me so much in the long run because they quite literally let me walk into an abandoned mine to go get an artifact without killing me. So again, zero regrets. It's not a big deal.
That is possibly the stupidest thing I have heard you say.
Okay, at this point, Miranda is about to fly solo. The fleet would have just found another way to get their hands on the money anyway.
Perhaps that is so. But you would not be the one responsible. You cannot argue that it would happen anyway, therefore you are absolved. You have potentially endangered so many other pilots across the settled systems. Are you not at all concerned about them?
Yes, is that what you want to hear? I feel like I'm being lectured by my mother right now. Like, come on. Let me have some virtual fun for about 2 hours, okay? Please. Space is a dangerous place. Nothing I do will change that.
That is abject foolishness. By that logic, we should just blow up your ship right now, since it will inevitably fail.
Do it. I got 4 more.
I thought you were better than this.
Oh my gosh. Well, she just does not know me, I guess. Well, there's no taking it back now, so no use dwelling.
No, there is not. You will have to live with the consequences. If you are half the person I believe you to be, the credits will not help you sleep.
I'm sleeping pretty well. I do, however, kind of wish there was at least one character companion that would be, like, cool with my chaos and murder. Like, come on. Half the fun is being able to do in games what you would never dream of doing in real life. So don't judge me, but come along with me, please. Oh.
The lodge feels a little colder than it used to.
Yes, there's less bodies, less body heat. You would be correct. Are you ready to head back out?
I look forward to it.
Oh.
Good luck, Andreja. If the concept of luck is something that you believe in, of course.
Luck will not be necessary.
They all hate
But
me
thank you
so
just the
much.
same.
They won't even look at me. Like, they won't just turn their backs on me like that. Oh, I love how after that super giant lecture, ethical lecture, she's like, yeah, let's go back out, bestie. Ha ha ha. The contradictions, though. Oh, here's the person we have to talk to. It's Keeper or something? Keeper Achilles?
Keeper Aquilus?
Aquilus.
Can we have a moment?
Ah, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Are you talking to me? We need to talk about Unity.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
Becomes?
That's not
already
exactly
complex.
what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Ooh.
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
He's like, not here, buddy, not here. Race you inside. Ooh, this place is really stinking pretty. I'd be hanging out in here full time. Oh, look at them. They're already in there waiting for me. Wow, that's a lot. You know what's such a great color combo? This. Like this crimson red or like maroon and just bright gold. I love it. Okay. Is that my seat? Let me pop a squat. Look at my awesome outfit. I love that outfit.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It started with the discovery of these anomalies called the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
It has. We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Huh. I feel like, well, at least my first thought when I heard this was like, oh, it's going to be one of those concepts that feeds into the idea of like, we're all one, we're all a part of the universe, therefore we are kind of the same, like, I don't know, organism. If you think of the universe as a whole and us being just like little, basically cells inside of a larger body, if you look at the body, or if you look at the universe as like a body. That's always how I tried to make sense of that concept of like oneness and we're all the same and stuff like that. I think of the universe and, you know, everything is like this giant celestial body almost. Let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again? Or at least his grave.
Infinitum addendum. That's an odd saying, very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Fine, I'll talk to them. I actually am kind of looking forward to this because I always found the Varun faction to be super interesting.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships.
Oh, are they talking about me?
Her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'm assuming they're not talking about
catch
me.
up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Even though I definitely did do that when I became a space pirate. All right, let's talk to the House of Enlightenment. That's who is this?
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment.
Andy. Thank you, Andy.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquilus sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
All right, well, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
I thought this was going to be a
They
joke.
think he's a charity case at first, but no. The Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Oh my god, the timing of this is so weird because I've just been kind of reading a book on this exact freaking concept because I do find it very interesting. I've had this realization as I've been like growing up, become an adult, that perspective is everything. You could think something is right or wrong. You have your own personal morality ethical system. If you talk to someone else who has a very differing ideology than you, there's a potential that you could sit down with that person and you could understand that their sense of right and wrong and their morality compass is completely different than yours. You could try to convince them all day that you're right and they're wrong, and it ultimately comes down to that person changing their own mind. But unless that happens, their concept of reality is going to be different than yours. It's so fascinating when you really look at it objectively. Maybe there's a message hidden in what he's saying, though.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Cool. Okay, we have to talk to the prisoner now. Ha ha ha! Yes, this place very familiar to me. I have spent my fair share of time in jail. Yeah, buddy. I'm just here to talk to a prisoner. That's not me for once. Hello. Hi. Can you stand close? Mirza?
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
That is all. Okay. I need to know the meaning of the word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Interesting. I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Okay. All right. You scare me. Goodbye. We are back in the Sanctum Universum. I would love just a whole tree in my apartment. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened story used the word second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
Maybe.
What else did you learn?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot, and she said Jinan fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. I hope I'm saying that right. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in a system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum.
Infinitum.
What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb.
In and dumb.
Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Same, dude. Indum? That's the name of a star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the pilgrim's resting place.
Okay, wow.
And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity.
I hope so.
Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
That's the thing with that, is I don't necessarily think that it needs to be like holier than thou or some sort of like unreachable level of existence. I just think it's there, but we don't quite understand it. Yes, gravity is a miracle, just like life itself.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Wait, is this what this is all about? Is this what this game is kind of pointing us towards? Is like we're gonna start doing some deep diving and self-reflection into our belief systems? Like that's crazy. Well, I could kind of understand that this is where this was coming from, you know, with the start of the game and the artifacts and the bigger questions and the whole reason Constellation even exists in the first place was just to understand the greater picture. But I do love pondering this kind of stuff, so I'm excited to see where this goes. I will say that even though at times, if I'm being honest, the exploration of this game started to feel kind of shallow very, very, very quickly into the game, which is kind of why I don't do too much of it, because I've seen a lot of things and a lot of things have been very repetitive. So it's like it ended up becoming one of those, you know, you've done it once, you've done it all, you've seen it all. But I think the biggest highlight of this game is honestly the story and how deep it kind of gets. I can't really think of too many games that really make you think a little bit about really everything in the universe. Ooh, so we got to Indum 2. I think we gotta run towards this little mini spire thing. What? We have to search for clues on Unity. But around this thing, this does not seem like it's gonna have much going on with it. Ooh, credits. Pilgrim's Rest. Alright, oh man, where do we start searching first? I want to go inside first. Pilgrim's writing number 1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. This is really interesting. This person who's writing this Pilgrim, clearly thinks that maybe like what they know or how they understand the universe is probably better than how most humans understand the universe. This is interesting for me because I had a distinctive moment in my life where during my darkest and lowest point in my life, I had this almost sudden realization that was very, very liberating to me, and everyone I feel like may come to this. Maybe they don't. I've talked to some people who kind of understand what I've went through if I spoke to them about it. But the best way for me to describe it is I hit a point in my life once where before this moment, before I almost had this like awakening, like this eye-opening, lifting the veil of life, and it felt like every year, every moment of my life before this particular defining moment for me was almost as if I was sleepwalking through life, if that makes any sense. And I'm just word vomiting here. I'm just speaking into the ether at this point. I don't even know. Maybe someone out there can understand or empathize or sympathize with what I'm saying. I don't know. It made me think about this. I think this is really, really stinking interesting. So I kind of wanted to throw my own personal experience in there. Access the unlocked room. Search for clues on Unity. Okay, so we do have to go in there. Ooh, wait a second. We got another book though. Pilgrim's Writing number 5. Wait, I picked up Pilgrim's Writing number 1. Oh, does it matter if it doesn't go in order? Ooh, I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here? That road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embrace the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about saying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Interesting. All right, so let's get behind this door here. Okay. Oh, unlock personal room. Easy. Wait, what? If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What are you talking about? How do I open this door? Where's the food? What is the Unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Oh, what? People are necessary, but people are madness. I don't disagree with that. And actually, this is something that I think about a lot, you know, as much as a lot of us like to joke, like, I hate people. I definitely feel that sometimes. Definitely feel that sometimes, like basically anytime I drive on the highway. But when I really sit down and think about it, we need each other. We need each other to survive. We need each other to learn and grow. But all in all, at the end of the day, we need each other. People are too heavy. People gotta go on diets. Never. I love pizza and ice cream too much, okay? We all seem to end up just fighting each other. Yeah, I wish we didn't fight, or at least fight with a purpose. Fight to not wound each other. Fight to better each other. Fight, more like fight for each other. But I think the answer to this question is people are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? A hunter or myself? 100%. 100%. I think about it like this. When I get offended by something, I found it within myself after doing a lot of deep diving and soul searching that really, at the end of the day, I'm really only offended because whatever I'm offended about is something that I am so deeply insecure about, so that it makes me wonder, well, why do I even need to be insecure about it in the first place? I have the power within me to take away the power that something or somebody else has over me by offending me or trying to insult me. If I just simply deal with my own personal deep insecurities, then nothing really after that will ever truly be able to hurt you. So when you think about it, you kind of are your own worst enemy, but you're also your own savior on the same level, you know. Like if you really think about it, all you have to do is change your perspective on yourself, the world around you, your insecurities, and that could really help you. So I'm gonna go with myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing, becoming better and stronger. A nice cool drink on a warm day. I'm gonna go with no on that one. In stopping, in embracing compassion. Yes. Actually, I think I resonate with this one more than any of the other ones, because this is something that I try to do in my own personal life, is slow down, become more present in the moment and just stopping. Like, especially if you get overwhelmed or if you get really upset, just stopping, not reacting, and trying to change your perspective on the situation to actually gain compassion. So I'm gonna go with this. Ooh, wait, search the room. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. That rings with such truth in it. I found my own answer long ago, which I do believe we have the answers, only us. You can only find the answers that you seek within yourself. You will never find true satisfaction outside of yourself. And that's something I found too. Like, I spent so much time trying to, worrying about being popular, having enough money, and then if or when I ever even gained these things in my life, oftentimes I would get them and then I'd realize, okay, I feel exactly how I did before I earned any of these things, whether it was wealth or popularity. So then it always made me kind of stop and think like, okay, well, are these things really the true source of happiness? Guys, this is going down a road that I didn't think it was gonna go down, and I'm kind of happy that it is. But with the second part of this saying it's not in the way you expect it, that's how I discovered these things too. I discovered these things on my own, never in the way that I expected. Ooh, I love philosophy. I love deep dives. Because this is true growth. True growth is found within oneself. Credits! Money. I still like money though, okay? Tracker's Primer 2 permanently increase EM weapon damage by 5%. Nice. Okay, let's read this final book, even though I picked up book 1 and book 5. So we are still missing 2, 3, 4. If I can count, yeah, okay. Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Ooh. Okay. I want to go see if I can find any of the other books. Ooh, I did find another book. So this is Pilgrim's Writing 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? I think we're all mad. Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Aw, I'm sure there's more. Ooh, I was right. We have Pilgrim's Writing 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best as I could, but if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. Wow, actually, that little portion there, that sentence hit me so hard because that rings so true for me. I can't tell you how many times I've said something like with the best intentions at heart, like no way in my head did I ever say something to like hurt anyone else, but okay, actually this is a saying that I carry through to my life every single day, because I've learned this lesson the hard way many times. You can control your intention, but you cannot ever control the perception. So what I mean is you can control the intention behind something that you're about to say to someone, but You will never quite know, and you cannot ever control somebody else's perception of what you say to them. For example, this is a very light example. If you look at someone's artwork, okay, and you're like, that looks good. To that person, well, to you saying it to them, you're complimenting them. Like, how could they ever take offense to that? But to someone else, it also depends on the mindset of the other person too. I've found out. You often see things being said to you. You also look at life through the lens of however you're feeling in that particular moment. Have you ever read a comment online where you're in a really good mood and you read it on a day where you're in a good mood and it's fine, everything's great, but then you read that same comment again in a bad mood, when you're in a bad mood, and then you get offended or you get really ticked off? That happens to me sometimes. But you're telling that artist that something looks good, but to that artist, because you didn't use the word great, or you didn't get on your hands and knees and say, wow, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, they might look at that comment and be like, well, what do you mean by good? Why didn't you say great? Why didn't you say masterpiece? That might not be the best example, but I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I don't know if I have all the books yet. I feel like I'm missing the second one. Okay, I did a bunch of sweeps through this like little campsite thing, and I haven't found the last book. I could also just check my inventory to see if everything's there. Honestly, a lot of this was eye-opening anyway, so I just want to see what happens next. Okay, we are on Hyla, and it looks like where we need to go is over here. What the heck is that thing? Okay.
That statue.
Yeah,
What does your scanner reveal?
That's not a statue. What the heck are you talking about? I'm looking at this praying mantis horse-looking thing. What the hell? Oh god, okay. These things really off-putting. Oh my goodness. Okay, bye. This is kind of cool though. What is this? What's about to happen? I feel like I'm not prepared. Find the scorpion sting on Hyla 2. Okay. Yep, I want to touch it. We're so close. There we go. Trying to activate this and nothing's happening. I'm really confused why this isn't working. Am I supposed to do something with this beam of light? Oh! What? Wait. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? So this was okay. I have a big issue with this. This was the most unintuitive and confusing thing I've ever seen, and it took me way too long to understand what this even was. What is it supposed to hit? What is it supposed to be put on? I have so many questions. Maybe I'm gonna keep moving that thing back. Maybe it's supposed to hit somewhere on the constellation. It's not hitting that point. I wanted to try to hit that one spot. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so something actually happened here. Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. Oh no, we actually have to go to the physical plant. Gotcha.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
Wait, what? I'm not even where I need to be yet. Why are you here? Keeper Aquila sent me to find the true meaning of the unity.
He did. Now it's all starting to make sense.
I'm glad it's making sense for someone.
You should come aboard. There's another starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
Okay. Yeah,
I
alright.
can speak for myself.
The emissary.
Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you.
You're talking about me behind my back.
You should join us.
Okay.
I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
Okay.
Think of it as a ceasefire meeting. You're one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
Fine, I'll begin the docking procedure.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
For now. I have so many questions. Who are you? Where'd you come from? Are you human? But I will come in peace if you guys have cookies. Trust me, if there's no cookies, it is game over for you, for y'all.
Again.
Yo.
You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Yes, I do remember.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Someone with a brain, look at that. Okay, these guys look so freaking cool, and I absolutely love their ship. They're essentially flying in a bubble. Just tell me who you are, who the Starborn are.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
Okay.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For you.
For whom, exactly?
For you.
I say whoever can collect them should.
That doesn't justify murder. That's rich coming from me. You're talking in circles. I came to learn about the Unity. I'm only selecting this because I cannot contradict myself with the first option.
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
True, straight to the point.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So,
Ah! What the hell?
I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier.
Wait, what the fuck? No, I know. No, we have not broken with reality yet. It's too early for that in my life. What the hell? Ah, Sam? What is this game? What is this game? Seriously, like what's this game? What is happening? What is life? What is the universe? Who are we? What am I? Who are you? Why am I here? I have so many questions. Just gonna go rock back and forth in a corner in the field position. I can't anymore with this. What the heck? Sam, it can't be you. I saw you die? Were you reborn? You're the Starborn.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the launch to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter. One of me, at least.
Who are you?
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
Dude, I fell in love with a bloody alien? That is so stinking cool. I'm seriously trying so hard to grasp this concept right now. Like, okay, hold up. Okay, let me get this straight here. You're telling me there's an infinite amount of universes, which, okay, I understand that. If you have even thought for a moment about, like, dimensions and stuff like this might not be totally out there. However, so the Unity is a physical thing that you walked into, kind of like one would walk into a glass door and then get smacked in the face and then be sent back into, yeah, definitely another dimension. Been there, done that. It hurts. I hate being one of those people that's like, oh, well, I can only believe it if I can see it, but I definitely need to see this Unity for myself.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, I
All
knew it.
the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples. The anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away.
Now you think we're worthy.
That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill.
I can hear the respect in their voice.
As I have done countless times.
Okay, are we the same person?
I was also human once.
Oh my god, I was gonna say, don't tell me this is me.
Who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp.
What the is happening? Oh my god, okay, for a second I thought that was Walter, but I was like, no, that doesn't look like Walter. Definitely doesn't sound like Walter. Who the hell are you? I understand it's Keeper Aquilus, but okay, we just met them in this dimension, whatever the hell that even means anymore. So it's like a parallel version of the people that we knew, but then they don't exist here in this universe. So then who died? Who was Sam that died? Oh my god. I was so mad. I don't think I can emphasize this enough, but I was so mad. I was so mad when Sam died last episode. Like, I tried to keep it in. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go for a walk. Like, I was so mad that happened. Obviously, I don't like getting upset over like a game like that, but I felt like I had been tricked. Like, I spent so much time building up this relationship with this character just for the game to pick up on who I loved the most and then kill them off. Like, I thought that was so dirty, but I understand why they did it. I understand now why they did it, and that alone is kind of weirdly beautiful. I'm still mad though, okay? Keeper Aquilus? No, some other version of the same person.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
Yes, please.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
I'm going with Sam. I'm so choosing Sam. Sorry, Aquilus. So I'm assuming for every person who plays this game, your Sam or my Sam is not going to be Sam for you, potentially, depending on who you chose. You might have, I don't know, Sarah or Andreja or Barrett, which is really cool, but man, did they destroy me. But this moment in the game honestly makes up for most things that were kind of frustrating here and there getting to this point, like the whole glyph thing that we just had to deal with. This was worth it. So I help one of you. We combine our artifacts, enter the unity.
Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the unity is the one you want.
Oh, yours.
Mine.
Yours.
Or the hunters.
Yours. There is
Yes.
no choice
Let's
here.
see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
I don't think he's trying to judge me. Also, no, this is an easy decision for me. I'm all about being, like, on my own and, you know, don't tell me what to do. But like I was saying before, we need each other. We need some sort of guidebook, I guess, or something that we can all agree on. If we're just all in it for ourselves at the end of the day, if we all live in a way that just lends itself too nicely to selfishness, then like what's the point? I don't want to be in it
The
only
unity
for
is meant
myself.
for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness.
Worthiness. But I want to feel worthy. But you judge too. So you're not completely innocent in that too. You're probably judging me for me about to choose Sam again, okay, sir?
I'll tell you everything I can.
Yes, that's why I love you.
I'm sure you have more questions. Ask.
Oh, who was I in your universe? What was I like? Please say good.
Different.
Oh.
I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same.
Really?
It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again. As yours won't have its real me.
So you're telling me that you're not the Sam that I knew? What exactly is the armillary?
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the armillary.
Armillary, my bad.
In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the unity. And from there, you can become starborn.
Oh my god. I don't know if I you know, me being me, I live with myself every day. I don't know if I ever want to meet myself in a parallel universe. Like, I'm good. So you try to protect the artifacts, keeping them from being abused?
You've seen the terror the Hunter causes.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Every time a starborn goes through the unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
I agree with you. I just simply do not like the Hunter's vibe. What happens when you enter the unity?
It is not an easy experience to describe. But the unity will speak to you.
Okay.
Offer you the chance to become starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice.
Yes!
Compassion? Or is it testing us?
No, it's giving you the opportunity to look at every single choice you've ever made, everything you've done, everyone you've helped or hurt, and it gives you the space and time to really think about what you've done with your life and see if you want to make any different choices. I think that's beautiful. And then after the debacle that was the Crimson Fleet questline, this is my chance for redemption, guys. Do I have to talk to you, dude? I already know I'm not siding with you.
I think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
Okay, what is the unity to you? Why kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation.
Of all creation.
There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over.
Until now.
I don't kill for the unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Why did you attack us?
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances.
Okay.
Waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome.
I can't agree, though.
I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time.
Well, you're welcome.
As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
After you attacked the lodge, you let me go. Why?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new.
What?
I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
This is so out there. It is really taking a lot for me to like really grasp what he's saying. So what I'm understanding is that he has been doing this in probably an infinite amount of dimensions, universes, whatever. So he's been doing this over and over and over and over, and he's just been reliving this for as long as he can remember. But this one particular moment in time in this universe that we're currently existing in, my character, has finally done something unprecedented that he has never seen before. This is so incredibly fascinating, and I don't even have the words to describe it right now. You called the emissary a hypocrite. Why?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts.
Okay.
That is your decision, not someone else's.
Okay, I can
The
respect that.
emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
Okay, so that's interesting, because then I don't think it would really matter, because if the Unity is like I guess the higher power, or like the universe, or the center of creation itself, why does it matter if the emissary judges? Because at the end of the day, the person or the whatever it is will just go to the Unity and will not be judged. So the Unity, in a way, overrules whatever decisions people have made. Regardless, it's so weird. So it doesn't matter who gets to pass through, because the Unity is just neutral. This is a lot. Okay, you had this meeting because of me?
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic.
No, oh, how tragic.
Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. That it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
Well, if the Unity doesn't judge, why would it care? This is all so freaking interesting, and, okay. This is the best part of the game right now. Oh my god. Please, dude, can I just have your shit, please? I'll give you all the credits that I have in my bank account. Anything. I would love anything like this. I want a house like this. I would love a house like this in the middle of the ocean. You just look down and you just see water. You see fish. You see other sea creatures. That would be so cool. But in space would be really epic as well. Space is so fascinating. Really puts in perspective how really tiny we are in the grand scheme of things. I can't ponder this too much more. I'm gonna start getting existential about it. Oh no!
Before you leave,
I'm leaving.
I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be.
Oh my god.
Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here. To open the way.
Oh my gosh, wait. So we're going to the moon? Thank you. All I ever wanted was answers, like, in real life too. I am curious about everything and anything. I would give anything to just know and understand.
And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming.
It's okay.
I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
I love you, Sam. I am I'm a little bit healed after that. All right, we are on the moon. And I think we have to explore this research station. Is there gonna be anyone here? Ooh, I don't know. It looks pretty dead. All right, let's have a look-see. Yes, this is definitely abandoned. Not much to look at here. Okay, let's get into this computer. Voltaire. I want to remind the research team that Voltaire is a highly proprietary supercomputer that is currently being contracted exclusively for the use in Project Prism. It is not meant for your own personal projects. Yes, it's amusing to see just how many decimal points of pi it can calculate, how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with the perfect aerodynamic simulation, but there will be time for that later. For now, I need everyone concentrating on hitting our deadline. We're developing exciting new aerospace technology with our partner and client. What should be more than enough to keep anyone from being bored? Okay, let's go to Project Prism launch. Ooh, play the recording on the roof. We're happy to announce that the first test launch of Project Prism will be held today. I would like everyone to suit up and join us on the roof at 9. Reminder to please sync all watches to Eastern Daylight Time. Our partner will also be on radio for the launch. We'll be recording the event, so be on your best behavior. Oh, it's kind of cool to hear a bunch of old world stuff. Okay, so I think we now have to go to the roof. I wonder if we can access it from in here. Play recording.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time,
Some of
Canaveral.
the earliest space
Counting
flights were
down.
likely
Shh.
coordinated
Quiet!
here.
Andreja, shh!
Strange to be standing on
One.
such a unique bit of history.
I wish the companions would stop talking when other people are talking.
Are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
NASA!
To tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
Oh my god, they're bringing NASA into this? I can't wait to see how much more they connect into this whole story. Oh snap, it took my brain like a split second, longer than it should have, to understand what this was.
To ensuring our survival.
How freaking cool. This is a shuttle.
Forgotten.
A launch tower. Okay, how the heck are we gonna get up there? Oop, I found some stairs. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so we did have to do a little bit of parkour. Okay, so whatever we need is directly above us here. Maybe there's a set of stairs. An elevator would be nice. Maybe we gotta do some old-fashioned climbing. Wait a second, I'm a big dope. I think I found some stairs over here. Please tell me this is the way to go. Oh, yay. Okay, I was definitely making that way too hard on myself. What else is new? Ooh, I think we're finally here. Okay.
It seems the only thing lacking is power.
Ooh.
With it, this elevator should still function.
Oh, I bet you... Oh, we got the access code. Because I was going to say, I bet you whatever it is in here. Oh, I don't have a... Oh, look at that. We got one. I'm doing it first. Just switching on the power first. Let's go do whatever we have to do here. What is this? An elevator? Are we getting into the shuttle? Find information about NASA. Wow. Okay, well, I did not think that we were gonna see NASA at all. I figured they'd be long gone, completely irrelevant to the current universe.
Probably never could have imagined all that has happened since it was built.
Alrighty, let's open these doors. Launch procedures exit. Wait, let's do the launch procedures. Remember, the final vitals and suit seal checks are essential. Yes, we've come a long way as far as tolerances. Yes, the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be, but these people's lives are still in our hands. I know there's rumors that the next launch is slated to be canceled, but let's not have that be on us. Assume it's go time every time. Your professionalism is what makes space travel just a little bit safer, and we can use every ounce we can get. Error, archives damaged, running system discovery, partial archives retrieved, delivery from Mars? Okay, let's do that one.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars?
I don't know. Dr. Victor Isa?
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr.
Isa.
Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those 2 military handlers, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy, and he grew very pale. 2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in material science, metallurgical engineering. Oh, we have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab.
Ooh. Meeting today.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
I would love to get my PhD in something, but to tell you the honest to God truth, defending my dissertation sounds like the most terrifying things. I absolutely hate with a passion presentations and public speaking, and that might sound weird considering what I do as a YouTuber, but there's a difference between talking in front of a bunch of people and talking in front of a camera. Do we get to go through the door now? I want to go. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, where the heck are we going? Wait. Oh yeah, so we have to go down. What are we gonna find here? This place is so massive and there's so much, and like with the debris though, with everything being kind of crumbled and, you know, not in a good state, it's so overwhelming to look at. I don't even know what to start with. We got some exhibits here. Ooh. Oh. Adapted from a design originally intended for high-altitude aircraft, the Mercury spacesuit would undergo several modifications to deal with pressure, oxygen, and thermal considerations. Even though the cabin of the Mercury spacecraft itself protected against the rigors of space travel, redundancy has always been key. In the event that the cabin were to depressurize and expose astronauts to the vacuum of space, the Mercury spacesuits would be able to offer a critical extra layer of defense. Oh, it's like a mini spaceship. It looks like a model. NASA partnered with Nova Galactic, the creators of Voltaire supercomputer, on an ambitious aerospace project to pull gravity itself. The result is the first spacecraft capable of faster than light travel. The first successful voyage saw astronauts reaching Jupiter in moments what would have previously taken years. You know what's cool about this whole thing too? I actually have a friend who is an aerospace engineer. I know absolutely nothing about what they do. I am not an engineer. I do not ever claim to be as smart as an engineer. I literally only studied mathematics in college, and that's it, but I still find it crazy fascinating. First, so I do want to see what this was all about, living outside Earth. While long-term missions in space began in the late 1990s with programs such as International Space Station, humanity began living on other planets almost 100 years later. Small outposts of 5 or fewer scientific research teams eventually gave way to entire colony effort on Mars and other orbiting bodies of our solar system. And we have this one. While long-term missions in space began in the late 1990s... Oh. I think I just read this? Yeah, yep, just read that. All right, let's go. So there's something here. We got Judith's personal recording. Anything else? Okay.
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects. No motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
I have been trusting you. We keep slamming our heads against a brick wall, getting nothing. And you keep coming up with something new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. Where are you getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here. I promise.
I wonder who he was getting his information from. Find information about the prototype grav drive. Okay.
Looks like early testing for planetary habitats. The looks on their faces if we could show them all that we have learned.
I know, right? That would be so crazy. I don't know if I'll ever live to see, you know, being able to like actually go to other planets, but man, is that even cool to just think about. Whoa! Oh, finally a fight. Okay, well, would have been nice to have been reloaded. I think can take a hit. We need to heal. Oh, I should save. Oh no. The amount of times I've gotten into trouble because it just takes for freaking ever to reload. Oh my goodness gracious. Done. Dead. That's right. Okay, we have arrived to something. Looks like we got another terminal.
The scope of this facility is massive. I wonder how many knew how big it really was.
I have no idea. Security procedures. Check all badges before allowing access. Yes, even the generals. I don't care how angry they get. These are direct orders from the secretary. Absolutely no phones or recording devices. All written materials, clipboards, notebooks are to be checked on exit from the labs. Confiscate anything with confidential information on it. And let's go to access station logs. Okay. April 14th, 2138.
Project log. Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore. But further work is going to have to take place in space. Somewhere with abundant helium-3 and with a civilian partner. Someone with access to large-scale manufacturing resources and computational equipment. Engineering gravitational folds pulling the far side of the solar system closer to us. It's all going to be possible.
December 8th, 2141.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the grav drive tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives, expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years. Decades before we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Okay, so I understand this, I think, now. We are slowly seeing the unraveling and like the logs of people that were there when the invention and discovery of the grav drive happened. That's really cool. But I could only imagine if this is ever attainable by us in real life, how crazy would that be to finally discover that we can travel at the speed of light like that? Okay. What now? Where do we go? Should go in this door? Hold up. So we have this switch. Okay. Wait, what? Does it matter which way we go? No, because that's the same door right there. Okay. So it seems like we have to keep going down. Oh, wow. Everything is floating. There's a dead guy on the floor. I hope he's got money. No, he's just got a digipick. Just fine. Ah! What is this? Should I take this? NASA maintenance key. I'm going to take any key. Okay. NASA research computer. Prototype drive. Please be careful whenever running power through the prototype. Secure all loose objects and have researchers empty pockets and remove jewelry, watches, etc. Could you imagine going into hyperdrive and your necklace just chokes the life out of you? No thanks. Reminder that the core of the drive contains a specimen that is irreplaceable and all data is under strictest clearance. Exercise all caution with all research materials and ensure information does not leave this lab. Access station logs. February 12th, 2149.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects.
Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites.
Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project the Meter, you want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
Okay. August 21st, 2149. As requested, the astrophysics research team has done a full analysis of the data you provided us. The measurements of the Earth's magnetosphere show clear signs of fluctuation, often in correlation to the periods of frequent and large gravity wave spikes emanating from the moon. These gravity waves seem to be affecting the magnetic shield provided by the Earth's inner core and may be affecting the core itself given the proximity to the source. The data indicates the change rate is increasing exponentially. As our magnetosphere falters, its ability to protect us from the sun's solar wind falters. Beyond the devastating effects of solar radiation, this will lead to something more dire. The sputtering or stripping away of our atmosphere. This has happened before to Mars, a planet studied since the earliest days of space, to see into Earth's possible future. We are afraid this future may be closer than we ever thought imaginable. Some may view this data as normal. There have been historical fluctuations in polarity changes in Earth's core, but this is orders of magnitude greater. We see echoes of previous generations' debates over global warming, and we want the science here to be clear. Like waves in the ocean, these gravity waves rise and eventually crash into shore, the Earth, with devastating consequences. Dr. Luke Andrews, Art Chief Scientist. Oh, that's so scary. Oh, August 22nd, 2149.
I know what I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start sputtering out into space.
Can the drives be fixed?
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time, I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could hit Earth, a plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you. All that matters is building enough ships to get everyone off this planet. And we need to start now.
I'll draft up a statement. We'll need to address the entire international community. I'm sorry, Judith.
Yeah.
There isn't a planet in this universe that will be far enough away from you, Victor. We are never speaking again after this is over.
This is so fascinating because it makes me wonder, like, if you could go travel and explore the universe and travel amongst the stars and just discover everything that's out there, would you do it if that meant destroying our planet Earth? Because, I mean, you would obviously love to be able to do both, like save Earth, have it around, you know, as like a home base, but also be able to explore the universe to your heart's desire. But what if you could only have one? That is the most fascinating question. I don't know what I would do, and frankly, I would not ever want to be in a position to make that make that choice ever. September 8th, 2160.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa, and if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future?
Earth.
Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
We're gonna meet Unity with that artifact. So he ultimately made the decision to sacrifice Earth in order to expand humanity, but put it somewhere else in the universe. That's just wow. I think the only thing left to do now is to go mess with the artifact wherever it is. Oh.
The artifacts,
What's here?
Grav drives, our very existence here in the settled systems. How did we not see it before now?
Wow. The artifacts and grav drives, the thing that we've been taking for granted pretty much the whole game. A very small piece of like how we've been able to travel throughout space in the first place. Okay, let's unlock this. Oh! Well, at least I can finally walk now. I was kind of over the whole floating. How are we gonna get in there? Okay, I think I finally found out how to get to the artifact. Hopefully, I don't know. Oh, yes. Cool. Oh, alright. Let's go get it. Whoa, okay.
Constellation, we've arrived on the surface of Earth.
Emissary.
To discuss what you found.
Sam.
It looks like other starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh. How do we get out of here? Oh my gosh, they're here. They're here. Where? Oh, I think he... Oh, no, there you are. I thought he sneezed and disappeared. What? Are you hitting me with a clipboard? What is that? Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Like, yeah, Starborn are really just in it for themselves. They're after one thing. I would love for them to die though, so that I can actually loot their bodies and take what they have because it's so cool. I'm gonna go with the shotgun this time. Actually. Oh, this one does some damage. Oh my goodness. Oh. I need to heal. But I'm pretty sure they're using my favorite gun or something similar. I would love to be able to loot their body for ammo because I love that gun and I need more ammo for it because I have like 100 bullets. Let me loot you, you butthead. Ah, I wish they didn't disintegrate. Starborn are Oh no, don't keep respawning. I need to get more grenades. Eat impact grenade, bish. Oh, nice. Oh! Oh, that was so close. I almost died. Saw my life flash before my eyes. Okay. And now they're dead. Oh, God, it scared the crap out of me, dude. Oh my goodness. I want your really super cool guns up. Oh, what does quantum essence do? What the heck? Again, I've gained another quantum essence. Have no idea what it does, but hopefully it doesn't kill me. Oh my gosh, that was close. Okay, we have finally escaped. Oh! I was gonna say, it was telling us to go talk to the emissary, but I thought we were gonna have to go to them, but he came to us. That was the creepiest thing to see. You just jump over the side and there's just sand. This is Earth. This is Earth, and you just see these two people standing here.
Do you understand now why I asked you to come here?
Yes.
The artifacts unlocked the secret of interstellar travel. At the cost of Earth.
Wow.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems?
Sacrificing Earth wasn't worth having the grav drives. We lost our home.
Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway. War, disease, famine, all the classics.
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose?
True.
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the artifacts for themselves.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant.
Right.
That is why we watch over them. The only thing you're watching out for is yourself.
So the emissary is keeping one person who finds the art, or whatever, like with great power comes great responsibility, right? He's keeping that responsibility out of the hands of one person because it is kind of unfair to the rest of humanity that did lose their home, which is Earth, which is actually so sad to think about. It's not fair that every other human being on planet Earth did not get to choose. This one person who happened to stumble across the artifact was the one who I think tried to make the right choice, whatever the correct choice meant to them, but the right choice for that person, going back to the whole perspective idea, might not have been what anyone else might have thought to be the correct or the moral or ethical choice. The emissary is right. The artifact needs to be in the right hands. But again, what does right hands mean? And then going back to another idea of like what goes on in other people's heads and perspectives, like you won't ever truly know what perspective someone else has on something or what thought someone has on something if they don't tell us or if we don't ask, but pretty much if they don't tell us in the first place. But I'm gonna go with this.
Join me, old friend. We can collect the final pieces together.
Oh, no you don't. You're not her old friend, remember? You're from another universe. Don't try to manipulate her.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't win you over on philosophy. How about pragmatism? I'm more powerful than the emissary. Than any other starborn. And you might not understand why, but I want you to succeed. You've never gotten this far before. I need to see what happens to you.
But maybe I can succeed if I side with the emissary anyway. And I don't care about power, but I also am extremely biased though. I'm gonna be honest, I am biased because Sam, even though it's not the Sam that I knew. Some form of Sam is here with us again, and because of that, I'm biased. I am truly biased, so I think I'm gonna side with the emissary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, can't say I didn't try.
Ah.
We'll settle this at the usual place.
The buried temple. We'll be there.
You're lucky I'm a man of my word. I'll see you there.
Dang. I was really hoping to settle this in a game of billiards or poker.
You must have questions about what happens next.
Yes, is this
We will not be able to go to the buried temple right away. There are still other artifacts out there in the settled systems that haven't been gathered. You will need to work with your colleagues in Constellation to find them.
Will you be coming with me?
I will meet you in orbit above the buried temple. We'll face what's there together.
Oh, you can really feel like this is the home stretch of the game. What's the buried temple?
There's always a final artifact in a specific temple. The hunter and I agreed that whoever you sided with, the other would wait there. Expect anything and everything. Other starborn, human mercenaries and defenses, alien creatures under mind control. It's all fair game.
Terramorphs? Oh my god, I totally forgot about the Terramorphs. What a simpler time when that was the biggest threat to humanity that we had. Why are we waiting? Couldn't we just attack the hunter now?
He and I have made a number of agreements over the years. If you can even call them years at this point.
Time doesn't exist.
We let him go. In exchange, he'll wait at the buried temple. You'll be able to prepare any way you can before then.
Okay, interesting. So it sounds like there's going to be a point of no return, as they say. Why can't we go to the buried temple right away?
All of the other artifacts need to be gathered before the final one will reveal itself.
I figured.
I will be bringing mine. The hunter will be bringing his. And you will need to bring the rest. All of the ones Constellation can find.
I'm gonna need a suitcase for this. Alright. Oh, what a cool shot. Photo mode. Wow. Did this get deep? I'm not gonna lie, this makes up for everything that we went through with the last couple of episodes between the Crimson Fleet and losing Sam. I know Sam, the Sam that we know, is not back, but it was really healing and heartwarming to see an essence of Sam return. I'm sure you can guess this though, and I'm sure you're not surprised by this, but I am gonna pretty much streamline the main quest from here on out because this just got so freaking good. Like, so crazy good. I can't believe all of the secrets and the truths that we finally uncovered. So I guess if we go to the beginning, the discovery of the artifacts led to the creation of grav drives, but the discovery of the artifacts and the technology and all that led to the destruction of Earth, but having the grav drives now led to humanity being able to discover the rest of the universe. But it is cool to think that humanity way back when, during the age of NASA, who we now just discovered for the first time, I guess, in this game. So myself and Barrett were not even the first ones to see an artifact, touch an artifact. This has probably been going on in several different dimensions, universes, for as long as time has existed. That is mind-blowing. I got some stuff to think about after this, but I think I'm gonna record another episode after this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was as mind-blowing for you as it was for me. Hopefully now going forward, meeting the Unity, I can right all of my past wrongs. I can undo everything I did when I decided to become a pirate. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button to get notified for the next one. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.